have to win your conference in order to play in March Madness.
Yeah.
So if you got if you're a high major, you might just get in without winning, just because you're that good. But that was definitely not us. We had to win our conference, so we go and do that, and we're feeling really good. We won our conference championship, and now we go on Selection Sunday. We get to go to our gym. We have a family dinner. We got our teammates there, some parents and stuff, just to watch who we're gonna play. We don't know yet. We see Selection Sunday. It goes Kentucky versus St. Peter's, and we stand up. We start clapping like we're super excited. Like, why not play one of the best teams in the country at the time? Obviously, Kentucky being one of the best college basketball programs there is. And then so we're super happy. And then our coach brings us into a little bit of a huddle, and like he's very serious. And we're like, oh, like what did we do wrong? Like, are we not supposed to be happy? And he looks at us and goes, this is 100% a business trip. Like, we're not going to just have fun and do whatever we want. We're going to win. Like, we have a winning mindset, and it starts right now. So obviously, with our coach installing that mindset into our heads, the whole mood of our team changed. Where it's like we start to get this belief that we can go take down the Giants. We can go take down Kentucky, one of the best programs in the country. A small school in New Jersey, Jersey City, is going to go and beat Kentucky. So then, building up to that game a little bit, just to give you guys perspective, we're playing at the Indiana Pacers Arena, big stadium, really cool by the way. And then you get practice before the game. So the day before, you get like 30 minutes to go shoot around the court. Fans are allowed to go to that. So before us, Kentucky was playing. The stadium is almost filled watching them do a 30-minute practice. And it's not really a practice, it's a shooter. The stadium's almost filled, cameras everywhere, all that. Everyone's behind Kentucky, let's go. Kentucky clears out, all the fans clear out, and now it's our turn. St. Peter's, we go there, it's like, I think there's like one camera guy and a couple of our parents watching us. Just to show you that, like, obviously nobody cares about St. Peter's, everybody cares about Kentucky. Like, they got them winning it all on their brackets and stuff, which is fine. Like, we accept it. It is what it is. We're supposed to lose the game by 40, ignore the vote. But what that gives us is, like, freedom. Like, freedom to just go out and play as hard as we can, and whatever happens, happens. And it kind of puts all the pressure on them. So the game, we get out there, we're looking at them, we're warming up, they're warming up. They look a lot bigger in person than they did on film. Pretty crazy environment. The aura about their team, like Kentucky has a history, and we're kind of swarming up looking at them. The whole stadium is just wearing Kentucky blue, and then we got this little section of St. Peter's. So obviously we're in enemy territory at this point. Everybody's rooting against us. And so the first couple minutes of the game happens, and it's like a 2-point game, or a tie game, going into the first media timeout. So if you guys think about it, you have a team that's supposed to win by 40, a team's supposed to lose by 40, and it's like a tie game 5 minutes into the game. In our timeout, our bubble, what do you guys think going on in that? We're like talking to each other, like we're like, hey, we can beat these guys, like we can play with them. We're supposed to be down 10 right now. And then obviously in their huddle it might be, hey, like we got to pick it up a little bit, we start pressing a little bit. Game goes on, halftime, it's like a 2-point game. We're still in it. And then you start going down. As we get closer to the end, the closer it is, the more confidence we're getting. So when it's like 4 minutes left and it's a tie game, they're already supposed to be up by 35 points at this point. So they're starting to get a little nervous, as they should. We got a lot of confidence. We're going our team, we're making shots, we're playing off each other. We're playing almost perfect basketball, and we're just hanging on by a thread. So then we continue on, going towards the last couple seconds of the game. And I don't know if you guys saw the little floater that I hit to tie it up at the end. Quick background about that is like I didn't even know what the score was. I just knew we had to get a quick shot up. So once I made the shot, it tied the game. The shot clock turns off. So all we have to do is get a stop and we're going to overtime. I had no idea. So I looked at the score. I'm like, wow, it's really a tie game right now. We've got like 10 seconds left and we're going to overtime. We end up getting a stop and going to overtime. So a team that's supposed to win by 40 is now going into overtime against a team that should be down by 40 at this point. So all the confidence with us. The crowd is starting to kind of turn to our side a little bit. And then obviously we were able to kind of thug it out and get that first win. After winning that game, we kind of shocked everybody that was watching. A 15 seed taking down a 2 seed. It's kind of what March Madness is about, the Cinderella run right there. And so we celebrate in the locker room. We go up, we're happy. Everything is like really, really good. It's like you're on a crazy, you're not in the world right now. It's just how the feelings you're getting. celebrating with your teammates and stuff at that point. Moving on, again, we're not changing our mindset. So people, a lot of stuff happens in March Madness where it's one game, you win, and then next one you get blown out. But we had something special about our team where we were able to transition our mindset from, we just beat Kentucky, let's go get another one. Like, who in the country can we not beat? We just beat one of the best teams, right? So we do the math, it's like we can beat every single team in the country, and we just proved it. So obviously we go against Murray State, we beat them by like 10 points. Now you get a week to go back to campus, Jersey City. Everybody's in our gym, taking pictures, autographs, interviews, all this stuff. We're getting all this attention, and then now we're going to play against Purdue with Zach Edey, 10, and then you got Dave and I've got that team that was really good. Another great team, but in our minds, we're not looking at them like Purdue, like they're amazing. We're looking at them like another team because we already proved to ourselves that we can play with these guys. So going to that game, we ended up winning that game. Now we just won the Sweet 16. We're going to the Elite Eight. We're the only 15 seed to ever make it to the Elite Eight. Our team chemistry is amazing. Everybody's on the same page. We all got like a winning mindset. We're all playing together. There's no hero ball on the guys like watching sports when it's like one person is trying to do it all. It really never works out. Just sticking to your role and playing as a team is so much more efficient. And then we go into the Elite Eight. Obviously playing against North Carolina, their team was loaded. And yeah, Brady Manic, Ball, and Caleb, yep. So they beat us up pretty bad. They won by 20 something, and obviously we were mad after that. But then a couple weeks go on, and you're like, wow, like what we did was really crazy. Like we really made history out there. But we had no room being in that tournament. We should have been out the first game, and now we're in there. Making history, obviously being the first 15 seed to make it all to the Elite Eight. And we did it as a team. The coaches did a phenomenal job, holding us accountable and everything. But yeah, that's kind of the brief story right there of our March Madness run right there.
We got time for a few questions, guys. How about a big hand to Doug?
Yeah, right after the game, I was very devastated, and I was very angry because we didn't give our best performance like we have in the past, and I just realized that was the last time that same team was going to play basketball together. So like really that moment in the locker room was like, wow, that's the last time I'm going to put this jersey on with those guys. Those guys are my brothers, and it was a devastating moment. But obviously as a competitor, no one's going to be happy after a loss. A couple of weeks go on, you kind of let it sit for a little bit, and then you look back and you're like, wow, like that was really a phenomenal moment right there. So yeah, question.
After they beat the Elite
Yeah, oh, it's awesome. The ring is really cool. Yeah, we got like they went above and beyond with that ring, but it's awesome. It's awesome to get that, I guess, reward for winning. But really, more past like the ring, just having the memories and the experience with my guys, that's way more important than the ring. Let's go back there. The Brunson jersey. Let's go, dude.
What was like the hardest player you had to face?
The hardest player? I would say one of the most dominant players is Oscar Sheway. He was the big man for Kentucky. He was averaging like a 20-point double-double the entire year. Won like National Player of the Year. He was probably the most dominant force I played against. Question?
What was the hardest challenge you faced during that run?
The hardest challenge? That's a great question. I think staying level-headed. Staying level-headed is the hardest challenge. And what I mean by that is, in basketball, you can score 30 points and then be super, super excited and really happy and post on social media everywhere. And then the next game you have like 0 points, foul out, and play horrible, and now you're just devastated for weeks. Being able to just stay in that middle ground, like you don't get too high, you don't get too low, that's like the biggest challenge. But if you could do that, you do a lot of really great things. Question? Yeah, like I just said, all lot of people will take a win and get super, super excited where it's like they're done. They get comfortable, they feel, they get their achievement or whatever. But being able to move on to the next play or the next game, whatever it is, that's like the most important part. Whether it's great or whether it's horrible, being able to move on and just leave the past in the past and just move on to the next play or the next game, that's the most important thing. Question?
Thanks so much for coming out. During your run, you got a bunch of attention with everything and all that stuff. That,
No, that never got to me. I think it's just my personality. I don't really care about all that stuff. Like I'm very good with that. I can get a ton of interviews, questions, cameras in my face, and I give the answers and stuff. But I never allowed that to affect anything I do on the court at all. Let's take a straight from this side. We got any questions over here? Against Kentucky, yeah, the game plan against Kentucky. One for the game plan was because they were a lot bigger, and like I said earlier, Oscar Sheway was the dominant force inside. Our main game plan was to make him catch the ball as far away from the basket as possible. If he was catching the ball with 2 feet in the paint, he was either scoring or getting 1,000 yards against anybody this country. So us being able to do our job early and bump him out as much as we possibly can, which will put us in a good situation. And then obviously being super, super physical. Super physical. So in preparation for that game, that week of practice, me and my teammates were beating each other up a little extra, just being super physical, trying to establish our downs against each other. That was good against them. Great question. You got something? Yep.
so being number 8 Kentucky, you guys, you said you're really happy and being in the game.
Yeah.
Like, what was the team chemistry
Yeah, our team chemistry, that's a great question. Our team chemistry was unmatched. It was amazing. We didn't really have one really good player. We just had a bunch of solid players. So like we had 12 solid players that could give good minutes and make simple plays. And then you put those 12 guys together and together mesh, you're able to accomplish great things. You got a question?
I'm noticing the Bergen Catholic shirts. Played several years at Bergen Catholic, made it all the way to the tournament championship senior year, right? So I want to know your thoughts currently, not only on the current state of Bergen Catholic, but also on NJ football.
Yeah, that's a great question. I did go to Edert Catholic for all 4 years of high school, and my senior year we were one of the better teams in Edert Catholic history. Obviously, maybe the TOC, like you said, but Edert Catholic, we won. I now coach there, so we won back-to-back state championships the past 2 years, and we have players going to Michigan State, Fairfield. We got a ton of Division I guys, and really NJ hoops in general is, I would say, one of the best basketball states in the country. Yep. You got something?
How do you transfer to Bronx in 2022? How does that change going from the underdog story of 6 years?
Yeah, it was definitely a change, a little bit of a culture change that we're used to, but definitely a different environment. Mainly the campus, you're going from like a city life to like Rhode Island, where there's like a lot of green grass and stuff. So definitely different. Definitely a little bit of adjustment. There you go.
Are you in support of the shot clock how your coaching style will change?
Yeah, that's a great question. He asked about the new shot clock rule in high school basketball in New Jersey. I'm so for the shot clock. One, because it's real basketball. Obviously, the NBA and college is a shot clock, so why not high school? And then it forces players to make basketball decisions. You guys will see like some viral clips or whatever of high school basketball where a team will hold the ball the entire quarter, just strip away a half quarter. You know, it's like 6 minutes go by and you're like looking like, what are we doing? Well, at Edert Catholic, we kind of thrive on playing fast. So we're trying to score the ball in the first 7 seconds as soon as we get possession of it. That way we're trying to score 100 points. I feel like that's more entertaining than holding the ball at half court for 6 minutes out of the quarter. Question all the way to the back.
Got 3 or 4 more questions, guys.
What was the inspiration
That's the
and
guy
where
with
did you
viral.
get your mustache?
Say it again.
What's the inspiration for the mustache?
The mustache. Oh, it's a great story. I'm glad you asked that.
Great question.
Great question. I actually was just talking to somebody and kind of explained the story behind it. I wasn't playing good basketball towards the end of our season, and just to give me something to mess around with a little bit, I had like a little bit of a beard and like some chin hair and a mustache. So I shaved like this right here. And I left like the mustache and like a little goatee. And then me and my roommate, my boys were like, oh, like, try to just shave the chin hair and leave the mustache. So I did that. And then that was like the day the stash was born, right there. My girlfriend comes in and looks at me and is like, get that off your face. I'm like, no, like, I gotta leave it as a joke. It was completely a joke at first. The next day at practice, I don't think I missed a shot. And then the day after that, I played really good again. So I'm like looking at myself in the mirror like,
Good luck stash.
this is good luck stash right here. So I call it, the stash is cash. I kind of just kept it just for look. It started to get a lot of attention, and then obviously in March Madness, we got a lot of attention from the public. Great question. Thank you. The hat. How many hours a week? A lot. So for me personally, and a lot of you guys are like this maybe, I'm not the most talented person. I'm not the best basketball player ever. I don't have the gifted attributes of a very good basketball player, but I did work very hard. So people think, oh, you just are able to make shots against Kentucky under pressure, 3-pointers to tie the game. It's like, no. All that stuff is like a reward for every time I woke up at 5 in the morning to go get extra shots. And every time I stayed up till midnight getting extra shots that nobody sees. It's just me in the gym. And so being able to put in those extra hours when nobody's watching, they all pay off at the very end. Question right here. My most viral or intense moment? I love it. Favorite moment? Basketball. That's a great question. I think overall, broadly speaking, would be the run March Madness. But in particular, I kind of let my emotions get the best of me when we beat Purdue in 2016, and we knew we were going to the Elite Eight. And I stood on top of the scores table and saw all of my Edert fans right there, or some of our parents' families and everything. And I'm on the table yelling at them and cheering on. And I think that was like my most viral moment. Not a joke. Not a joke. Really, yeah. I have a couple in there, but I wouldn't say it's some crazy unicorns. I think the celebrations from that are more viral than the actual ones. Question right here. Yeah, that's a great question. I think if we actually had a chance to win it in the first 4 minutes, we got to that first time out, and it's a tie game, and we kind of felt their speed, their physicality. We're like, hey, we can play with these guys. Like, don't look at them just because they're Kentucky that they're going to win by so much. Like, we can play with these guys. They're missing shots just like we are. So I feel like we were kind of on an even playing field once the game got started. And obviously, towards the end, as we're going getting closer, we're getting to overtime, staying within a 2-point game, 4-point game, anything's possible in that one.
I got time for 2 more, guys, because I know you want pictures.
You got a question right here? I never shave my mustache. I do trim it up to keep it sharp, but I never shave it.
Great
That's a
question.
phenomenal question. Transitioning from a player to a coach. It's been a pretty smooth transition for me, honestly, just because I was able to be a part of teams that overachieved, so teams that weren't as good on paper, but overachieved with the culture and the discipline. And then I've also been a part of teams that were really, really good individually, but never meshed together, so we underachieved. So by me knowing those from my experiences, I know what my team should look like, how they should carry themselves on and off the court, how they should be playing with each other, all these different things. So I feel like I can use that to my advantage from my previous experience.
Who's got a good last question?
Good.
Okay. Colin, what do you got?
As a former D1 athlete and a person who signed in my myself, how do you feel about
Great question.
That's a great question.
You know about the Buffalo Wild Wings deal you got
Yeah.
the day after the tournament starts.
Yeah. So right now, I think the NIL is insane. The amount of money that these college athletes are making is insane, which is a good thing in a way because they're the ones that are going out there, they're performing on the field or the court, whatever that may be. So I'm all for it. I think the only issue with that is leading to too much transferring within schools. So now it's like at the end of each year, the teams are kind of just blowing up because everyone's going to a different direction. So I feel like having like a loyalty and having like the players kind of playing for something greater than themselves, it's kind of going away, and we got to get back to that somehow. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but being able to get back to having guys stay with the same team, the same coaches for more than 1 year, I think that's super important for college basketball. And I guess the sports too.
It's great to hear from you. We talked a lot about that.